on in the church, and Patrick knew about it. That means I had to go. So we just grew up as a family, growing up together. She taught me so much about being a person and being so warm. She was my class leader during the time that, you know how we come to church and grow up in the church and we leave the church? Well, she never did let me leave the church. She always called me once a month when you come to church. Hey, I'm your class leader, bring something by. I'm gonna come by and pick it up. But she would always stay in contact with me all my life. She has been there. And I was telling Pat 2 weeks ago that when I see her even today, and she recognized who I am, she remembers something that happened when I was 7 or 8 years old. And it's embarrassing because she would do it so often. And what it was when I was 7 or 8 years old, we went to AME Sunday school convention in Noonan. I had been into picking up berries and stuff and all that, and I don't know country people, I don't know y'all know anything, but they call chiggers. And when the chiggers and those bugs get on you, they got into an area that was very uncomfortable. So when we was in Noonan that first day, I had put everything on there to keep it from itching and scratching. So we was down there overnight in Noonan, and I kept telling her I got to go back home. But I was too embarrassed at that age to tell her why, what was the purpose. And I ended up going home, and she remembered that until the day. Every time she turned around and said, that's my Sunday school. And I told him, you remember that time? And I had to stop because she would explain it. But I just love her for growing up in the city and the way she worked in and being the first black city elected official in Fairburn. She was an example for us as black people, how you do. You work with all people. She worked with mayor at that time. She worked with everybody in this community. She worked with the pastor here. She came over, when she left St. John, she came over here with them, and she worked over here just like she did St. John. She was a devoted Christian person. I mean, it was a loving thing about her that if you didn't love Frankie, there's something wrong with you. Something really, really, really wrong with you. Because I have never heard her say a word. Because like I say to Frankie and then Lawrence, he always thought he was a baseball coach or something. I don't know what he thought he was. But we always was a family in the community with the children in this community. And she was the leader. Because she made sure we came to church, right, Pat? That's it. So I just want to say to the family, we still family. We miss her, but we don't because she's going to always be with us because she taught us how to live. Amen.
I'm family. Frankie was my sister-in-law. I met her when I was 11 years old, when Patrick was born. She made me feel right then like I was part of the family, which I wasn't at that time. She was a genuine sister. She took me under her wings, and she taught me a lot about life. She taught me a lot about serving others, because that's what she always did. Frankie, even with her job,